walls today.
A general store? Let's check it out.
I'm not allowed in here. Not since the vending machine incident.
Holcomb, got my eye on you, girl.
Okay, I just wanna...
Miss Holcomb ain't allowed in this establishment. Not since that little incident.
What incident?
Ask her if you care. I'm running a business here.
I won't touch anything while we're in here, Mr. Moreau. I promise.
I've got some questions for you.
Go right ahead.
What's the take on this place?
What, you mean Edgewater? That's a peculiar question. This a test? Am I being tested right now? It's, fine and dandy. Couldn't be happier. Wouldn't want to spend my life working anywhere else. Prettiest little town.
The blister on my ass is prettier than Edgewater.
Do us both a favor and don't try to prove your point. I don't get paid for banter. Was there something you needed?
Actually, there was.
Go right ahead.
Anything I should watch out for?
Other than yourself? Definitely the vicar. Don't get me wrong. He seems a decent man, cut from church cloth, knows his scriptures. But there's something about him that bothers me. Like he's not one of us. Sometimes I suspect he doesn't even want to be here.
So, about this plague that's supposed to be going around...
Plague? I don't know anything about a plague. We are the very picture of hot-blooded physical vigor.
Are you done being delusional or should I wait?
I take umbrage with your choice of phrase. We ain't sick, we're rugged. Some of us who get sick are liable to exaggerate the conditions of that sickness, but the fact is, if you work hard, you have got no cause to worry.
That doesn't make any sense.
Spend enough time in the Spacer's Choice family, and you will come to understand. Medical treatment is commensurate with our value to society. Spacer's Choice will dispense medicine for the indispensable worker. Natural selection
If you
at
don't work hard enough?
Then the hand of medical science will not grace you with its touch, and you must recover on the virtue of your own grit. Listen, you mind if we talk about something else? Rambling about company policy gets me feeling all lightheaded.
Let me see what you're selling.
Music to my ears.
Let's see what you got. Yeah, I got some stuff to sell because holy shit, I'm carrying way too much. Do I even know what I'm... I'm selling it. I'm selling it. Oh, I'm selling this. Keeping this for later. Maybe this. Something's telling me that I should have. Nope. I always get these two mixed up. Swear to God. Codex. I really gotta ask her.
Where are we headed?
You mentioned something earlier I wanted to ask you about. There's...
You mean why I'm not allowed in the store anymore?
Yeah, there seems to be a story there.
There was a kind of a thing with a vending machine when I was 12.
Do you steal it from me or something?
Not intentionally. I've always been good with my hands, right? So I saw a lock on the machine and thought, oh, this must be how they refill it. But I had to know. So I did my thing, and next thing I know, there's a couple hundred bottles of 0G rolling out the front door and into the... It's not funny. Right about then, a bunch of loaders came rolling in the gate, fresh off the salt tuna ships. And Mr. Thompson was up on the porch making a speech about how everyone would have to volunteer a third shift to get it all canned. Anyhow, you ever seen an auto loader run over a bottle of 0G?
Go on.
Exploded all over Mr. Thompson. One bottle after another as the loaders went by. I was just shy of working age, so Dad had to pay all the damages.
Working
Rose still angry.
13?
I can laugh about it now, but I just about puked up my guts in terror in the moment. That's the one time I ever made Mr. Thompson look a fool.
Let's get back to it.
And your rations yet?
Yep.
Let me guess, if I ever see them, they would not do a good job of toss balling. Don't see any enemies, so let's just... Hey, experience! Ow! Apparently I've spoke too soon.
Easy.
Alright, let's get the fuck back. $6,000 experience point.
Incoming!
Nope, 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 nope.
Moving!
You have anything that's better than... No, I don't, but... Okay. Fast travel? Okay, now if I like a dumbass. Loading. There was an update for this game that fixes out a couple things.
If you're falling sick, I don't want you near me.
You think corporate's ever gonna visit?
Any progress on that matter we discussed?
I got your book right here.
Wonderful. This is fantastic. Well worth all the sacrifices I... Wait. What the fuck is this? Is this... French? I can't fucking read French. It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French. Ha! I was so high and mighty, preaching to the yokels about following the plan, while fighting it at every turn.
You didn't want that book to keep others from reading it. You just want it for yourself.
Well, yes. But I assure you, it was not for personal gain, only for the greater good. I've spent my life searching for the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universal equation that underlies the plan. I had hoped this book held some of those answers. I became so desperate, I even got myself assigned to this plague-ridden backwater to find the damn thing. All the time and suffering I've spent. Wasted.
Plague-ridden backwater? Why would you all your crap about leading your flock?
Please, those dolts? Nothing could be more excruciating than discussing the true nature of reality with people who have no interest beyond their next Aetherwave program. But that's neither here nor there. What I need to do now is to find a translator, obviously. But to do that, I'll first need to secure transport. You have a ship. Perhaps I could make myself of use to your crew.
What's in it for me?
Free spiritual counseling, someone to watch your back, not to mention a grown-up in the party.
I'm 28.
Exactly. I'm pretty handy with a tossball stick, or any blunt instrument, really. I'm also a passable gun hand, if it comes to that. I can usually talk my way out of conflict, though. Oh, I'm fairly competent at hacking computers as well.
Spiritual counseling? Are you even a real, vicar?
Of course. I'm a vicar who is dedicated to his calling. More dedicated than any other you'll find in this colony. I joined the OSI to help decipher the grand plan. But instead, I ended up the vicar in a prison due to ignorance and politics. Then I came here.
How'd you get to assigned to
Satisfied?
prison duty?
Most laypeople are not aware of this, but we've not discovered any new insights into the plan for a long, long time. I had an idea that we should welcome the truth, no matter where we found it. I had the worse idea to share my thoughts with a superior. And that's the long and short of it.
I
So,
don't think you were
What do you think?
completely honest with me about that book. What's the story?
it's the journal of one of the originators of the Philosopher's School of Thought, though it would be more than a century before it was perverted into that belief system. Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan. But most of that came later. Bakonu had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan.
That's good. Let's go.
Fantastic. Let me get my things in order and I'll catch up with you.
Edgewater's gonna miss you. Folk here always had good things to say about their vicar.
Thank you, Ms. Holcomb. I'll be glad for the change of scenery, and to leave this place behind. I shall see you on the ship, Captain, whenever you're ready to leave Emerald Vale. I'll meet you on the ship when you're ready to depart from Emerald Vale, Captain.
I just have something else I need to be doing. Ooh. Nice. Ooh, I love it up. Let's see. But nice. Okay, I like that. I like that. Ah, damn it. I just need one more point. You're just fast. Daily demonstrations, the no grit. Quicken the day. I'll pick that. Oh. Huh. Okay, I felt like a bit of an idiot. Oh well. Die, robot! Alright, so according to one of the guys that I read, the robot is actually very helpful later on, so I should spare it and see if I can fix it. Hey, does Aqua increase my strength like in Fall games? I want to make sure. Alright, looked in there.
Ah, he ain't no threat. Bet I could fix him up smart.
Searching for repair bay. Error. Navigation systems failed. Unable to comply.
I could probably fix that. I mean, if you wanted me to.
I can do it myself, actually.
That's not bad work, mister. You done this before?
Navigation systems operational. Optimal path toward repair bay detected. Initiating
Whoa! Hey,
self-diagnostics.
don't you owe me something for the repairs?
Spacer's Choice reminds all colonists that serving the Spacer's Choice family is the highest possible reward. I have been programmed to deliver this pre-approved.
Wait, how much did my thing increase by?
When I was little, we'd get freighters in every Sunday noon. Now they only come but once a month. Where are we headed?
Bring us honor, soldier.
You won't have to worry about that scout anymore.
You beat that scout to scrap with its own legs? Pulled its optic cables out its head case? Actually, don't tell me. Rather use my imagination. You're a passing fair soldier, I will confess. But you are one, and the enemy is legion. What you need is an equalizer, a weapon to strike fear in their cold, mechanical hearts. Cantina, lavatory, behind one of the toilets.
You heard your
That's where I've kept it hidden all these
You
years.
hid your secret weapon in the lavatory.
Sharp, ain't it? The lavatory is the very last place a mechanical has need
I'll let you know
to
if I
enter.
find it.
On the double, soldier. Don't want the bartender poking around in there with a mop.
So we have to go through this again.
Heard something inside the walls.
You're not a big drinker, are you?
Sorry. I got a lot.
Only part of our quotas.
There there is.
Bring us honor, soldier.
I found that package you mentioned.
Feast your eyes, soldier. This here is a genuine Spacer's Choice injury customizing unit. Designed to deliver a lethal blast of electrical discharge. You ever want to see a mechanical flailing around like a grounded fish? You stick a couple thousand volts in its guts. With compliments
How do I use this
from old Ludwig.
injury customizing unit exactly?
There's a workbench right through this door. Attach that unit to your favorite weapon and go forth into... Time's come for you to journey down into the black heart of the enemy's camp. Unfortunately, the old plant lies outside my board-given jurisdiction. You'll need to get a passcode from the boss.
What do you expect
Reed
to find down
Thompson.
there?
I need you to get us the brain of a mechanical. Well, not exactly a brain. Anatomically speaking, what we're looking for
How am I
is
supposed
a
to-
logic module.
How am I supposed to get one of these logic modules?
There's the rub. If a mechanical breaks down, the logic module fries. So you can't rip one out of its corpse. You're going to have to find an intact model somehow.
Addy, is there is a logic module something you could help with?
I don't reckon so. I work with gears and pistons and such. Stuff you can put hands to. Computers and mechanical brains are outside my ken.
You know, she names the mechanicals she fixes. Calls them Bess and Clancy and so on. You keep a careful eye on her. Could be a sympathizer.
What are you planning?
Don't tell anyone, all right? I've got a contact.
Edgewater's in the middle of nowhere.
A real
You don't have a
expert
contact.
in the well, excuse. If you die...
I'll leave you be. Alright, this is almost the same conversation that...
Okay, keep him quiet.
Actually, that looks pretty useful. I gotta save this for later.
I don't know you.
Ethan Sutherland.
Amelia Kim, Spacer's Choice Beverage Dispenser. I don't know what you're about, but this here's a Spacer's Choice drinking establishment. We're all loyal, hardworking company folk here.
Something going on there that you know about?
Am I that easy to read? Yeah, we've been having some problems lately. Loyalty issues, lines in the sand. I know where folk in Edgewater stand. But you, I don't know you. If you're gonna have a drink, I'd like to ask that you do it within the premises.
Yeah,
Can't have
Reed
you
mentioned
taking
those
drinks
distillers.
Traitors. The lot of them. Bunch of folks decided they were tired of working and went out into the wilds to fend for their own selves. Town's already struggling to make quotas, even without that band of slackwits abandoning their posts. Bunch of lazy, shiftless rung leeches. Anyway.
Just felt like chatting.
Go ahead.
So what's your story?
I don't see how that's any of your business.
Not trying to judge you. Just curious.
You're the first to ask after me in some time. I'll give you that. But I don't have a story to share. My family's worked Spacer's Choice for 2 generations, and I've lived in Edgewater just about all my life. Wanted to work in the sciences once upon a time. Would you believe it? That was a wild fancy.
So you had dream being a scientist?
Glad I disabused myself.
What happened?
What happened, you ask? What always happens when you're dreaming. I woke up. I just didn't have the brains for it. Asked too many questions. Wasn't suited to the work. So I did the right thing and worked the life I was always meant to live. Now that I'm behind a bar,
I see the
I can
foundation
ask
is...
all the questions
Yeah,
I want.
it's... The
Important
best
ones.
scientists ask too many.
Like, when are you gonna... Don't talk to me that way, please. Spent many years disabusing myself of that notion. Don't need you putting it back in my head. Lab work ain't for me. Never was. Never will be.
You've been scrubbing
Spacer's
dishes
Choice
all your
put me
life?
where I belong. What's wrong with that? It's good, honest work. Pots and pans don't scrub themselves. Glasses don't fill themselves either. Unless you're in Byzantium. I hear everything's automated there.
Sounds like Spacer's Choice took care of
Not
you.
that They did. They gave me a life. Gave me a purpose. This is where
Thanks
I
for the
belong.
story.
Not so fast. I told you about my life. Your turn to tell me about yours. So, what's your story?
You wouldn't believe if I told you.
That right? Prove it.
I'm the last survivor of the colony ship Hope, and everyone else is frozen.
Ah, I know that serial drama. They were playing it just the other night. What was it called? The Last Spacer? You're right. I don't believe you. I'd advise you to keep that story unsaid. Don't want people thinking you're a loon.
What if I told you I just got shot into space by a crazy scientist?
Ugh, is this the start of a joke? If you want me to laugh at your jokes, it's a 3-drink minimum.
I'm not joking. My escape pod's lying down the hills, on top of a guy.
Look, I don't know what you're blathering about. If you took a blow to your skull, you really should settle down with some zero-G. Anyhow, whatever happens outside the walls is not my business. Only deserters and marauders wander out there, and I cannot tell you which I revile more. My world is these 4 walls,
It almost sounds like
that
you're afraid to
door,
go
and a
outside.
rope. Let me make something clear. Spacer's Choice has been real good to me. The town's been real good to me. I start gallivanting around outside the walls, poking around in places I shouldn't be, learning things I've got no right to know. People will talk. Won't ever catch me asking about the world outside. Else the town's gonna say Amelia's gone soft. That Amelia's pondering desertion.
I
don't
think it's a
want that.
mistake, living your life on everyone else's terms.
There you go with that thinking again. Didn't anyone ever tell you it's dangerous? I've said enough. People come here to drink their problems away. If they wanted to face their problems, I've talked enough about my past.
You asked me about myself.
Suppose I did. That right?
A crazy scientist
it.
trying to be on this planet with no way out other than a broken down ship.
Sounds as if you've been keeping questionable company. Or spinning a tale? You're right. I don't believe you. I'd advise you... Coming right up.
Somehow every merchant can repair my stuff. Somehow.
Oh, I almost forgot. I'm contractually obligated to recite company
Oh,
slogans to any visitors. Plague got you feeling woozy? Get yourself boozy. Go ahead.
I've been asking around. No one seems to know anything about the Hope.
The Hope? No, I've never mixed a drink by that name. I could get you a rum and something if you like. Wait, no, never mind. We're all out of something.
Why is that nobody wants to talk about the Hope?
I don't know what fancy bars you've been crawling, but the rest of us make do with zero-G. Zero-G brew. An ale that's good for what
I'm not
ails
talking about
you.
a drink. I'm from the Hope myself.
You feeling a bit flushed? Look, why don't you go set yourself down in
Not
the
drunk.
corner before you get all
I just want to know if anybody else made it off the Hope.
Then pretend you're drunk. Sober folk don't talk the way you are. Not unless they're looking for a trip to Tartarus. The Hope's folklore, all right? 60, 70-year-old folklore by now. The board don't approve of spreading seditious rumors and falsehoods. You're inviting trouble talking that way.
You sound scared.
And I don't want... Look, either shut your gob or stick a drink in
Whatever.
it. We're done talking. Coming right up.
I spent so much
We'll get you most... Go ahead.
so much time talking to them. That's... Huh. Is there anyone else?
Wish we had some better rations.
Oh, hey, a robot.
This is where the magic
still work
happens.
wrench.
Well, science. But it still happens here.
Where am I?
My dad... It's an office. Just my office. Hey, that's... I mean, if you need it, okay.
Don't worry. It's not like I'm screwing you over. I'm just a kleptomaniac. Three slice bread. 3 slice bread. Wait. What did it just... Nice. That could... Oh, it's just junk. Look. F7 and... First entry. Indumanti left Edgewater today. She's been resigned to Terra 1. I kissed her goodbye at the platform and asked her if I ever seen her again. We both knew the answer was no. Look up and think of me, as I look up and think of you. Robert, they won't let me keep her. But I know you will raise her with love, perhaps more than I would make time for. You are patient and present in a way that I'm not. The company says she has no name until you give her one. Her name is Parvati. They tell me her birthday will be set on the day she's legally delivered to you. She was actually born July 7th. It can feel special when I can't. She liked it when I sang to her. It was the only time when she stopped crying. And Dumati. Open. I sat up last night reading through the Young Spacer's Guide. Almost starting to read it out loud, from habit. It's been 10 years. But I still have parts of it memorized. I reckon I'll take the next volume into work at the cannery. This is our unused office where I've been taking my lunches. And that's why I'll read the whole thing again.
Where are we headed?
You mentioned something earlier I wanted to ask you about.
In the bar? When I asked if you were a drinker?
You sounded worried.
Sorry. I know, it's none of my business.
I'm going to guess you're not drinking yourself.
Strong drink makes me sick. And it makes me real sad. I start thinking about things I oughtn't, and then... Well, never mind that. You got better things to think on.
If you want to talk about it, I'm happy to listen.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said anything.
Alright.
Oh, you like flowers? I can't find many kinds around here.
I'm just more interested in the loot. But yeah, the flower sequence.
If you need to go, I'll wait outside.
I'll take it. Okay. Hey, turn on and try it again. But again, Dennis Clancy, I got you back on your feet 2 weeks ago. Not that you got feet, but you know what I mean. Sounds like the staff is at us off axis again. We'll clean if we sit. Clancy's guts got caught and all pulled out. I can encounter somebody trying to restart him over and over again. Meanwhile, all Louis coin in number 4. Okay, starter's working, but there's something else off. Wait till it's quiet and spin him up before I listen. Okay, feel okay. Like it's not. Best guy indigestion for me. Okay. Is your place? I like it.
Friend of mine died a couple weeks back. Still ain't past it.
Got it. Inside voices.
Right.
Here we go.
Whoa. Shit. Sweetie. Back.
All right, I'm on the move. Everyone all right?
Yeah, doing all right.
hang out. Sure thing. Yeah, huh?
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything over there. Never mind, let's just go back. More junk. Okay.
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble.
Not looking for trouble either.
I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move
I'm
along.
looking for Epidale. I need some answers.
Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those.
I'm looking for the geothermal plant. Know anything about it?
A geo what? Look, plants ain't my purview. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my
What can I find?
sights on
What
ya.
can I find?
Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind.
You and me both. Oh, trouble with marauders?
You don't know what enough with the questions means? No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago.
Upbeat?
Just up and
a
vanished
little
without
strange?
a trace.
Love Weasels? Yeah.
Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her.
A little upbeat? A little strange? Love Weasels? Yeah, I imagine so. She was in a marauder camp.
Thank the Eternal. Wait, marauder camp? Is she alright?
You mean in the head, or...
Zoe's family. Chiding her is our purview, not yours. You could bring her home, I'd be obliged. And if you could cross off some marauders on the way, I'd be much
I
obliged.
got some questions about Zoe.
I'll tell you what I can.
How well do you know her?
Well, enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does.
You seem so personable. Can't imagine how you didn't get on with her.
She was lazy and thoughtless, but she still
Let's
would
change
have...
the subject.
What is it?
All of you be. Alright, so we got another side quest. Which, surprisingly isn't far.
What I wouldn't do for a Wentworth.
I've been sent to find you.
Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going
I
anywhere.
can't imagine you're
This is
you're
where
happy
I
out here.
belong.
Boots awful, company worse, and no serial dramas.
And no serial dramas. I've been thinking about going back. I just gotta know if Lord Cavendish really is the masked marketeer. I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose. Grace is gonna be glaring knives. I'm great at clarifying.
Wait, why did you leave camp?
I got kicked out of Edgewater on account of falling sick with plague and stealing some medicine to treat myself. I'd heard some outlaws set up camp in the botanical labs. I decided to throw in with them, seeing as I always wanted to be an outlaw myself. Instead, what do I find?
I'll be
But
back.
a bunch of former workers camped out around a...
I'll be back. Good thing I've finished sprint. Very good thing. And here I thought, I was like, am I missing something here? Because I hope I haven't missed something.
What is it?
I talked Zoe into coming back.
We didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know she's safe. What happened?
Something about
anyway?
wanting to be an outlaw. I'd rather not get into it.
You pretty much did my job for me. Least I could do is pay you for your trouble. Let me know if I can do something for you.
I'll leave you be.
If you're hungry, Stefan's got supplies.
Alright, good to know. Wait, what did I get? Hold the phone. Hold the phone. What is... Oh... Hold the phone.
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
Sorry, what now?
Yeah, huh?
Keep your wits about you, friend.
If you're hungry, Stefan's got supplies.
Keep your wits about you, friend.
Oh, didn't see you there. I was just occupying myself with a little engineering. Whoa, Miss Parvati. Hey, you're, how are you? Hi, hi, hello.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no, I'm just along with this fella here.
Are you from town? I mean, you don't exactly look like you're from town.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Well, what I meant was you're reasonably well armed and don't look stricken with plague. Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted
And never
chair.
too late to start learning. I can give you a couple pointers.
I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town.
Today's a lucky day,
If you could find me
Thomas.
even one of those pads, I'd be greatly
I got
obliged.
I got one of those. Today's a lucky day, Thomas. I've got one of those data pads you wanted.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
Part 1. Oh, found it in the community center archives.
Look at that! Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something special, on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me.
Hold on, I got more for you.
Well, don't keep me in suspense.
Part 2, found in the cannery.
Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this myself. 2 whole data pads? Be still my beating heart. Oh, almost forgot your payment.
I want to ask you something.
What's on your mind?
How long have you lived here?
Couple months. This camp's my home. People you see milling about, they're my family. At least I think of them that way. I owe them my life. Would have died in the wilderness if they hadn't chanced upon me.
What were you doing out in the
Starving
wilderness?
and delirious. We all left the cannery for one reason or another. Me? I was let go. Mostly on account of my incompetence.
At least you were honest.
I mean, I was incompetent. I couldn't even survive on my own. Grace found me, Adelaide took me in, I've been on my feet ever since.
You weren't incompetent. You just didn't fit the
Oh,
cannery.
okay, that.
Not like here. This place had a U-shaped hole, and now it doesn't.
You could stay, you know. here. I'd be happy to... I mean, we could really use... this isn't coming out right. If you want, Adelaide would make a place for you.
I should go. So say it's the shepherd. Where is the third one? Gotta look it up. Engineer volume. There's a glitch. Of course, there is. That's a glitch for everything in anything by Obsidian. All right. Let's make it safe. It's in the geothermal plant. Fancy.
Oh gosh, it's so pretty.
Likewise.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions,
you must
dear?
see Adelaide.
I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobacorn tea. I
Looks
brew
you mean
it
a
in
home
an
for
old
yourself out here.
spittoon. A home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose. So, like the spores of the puffball
Why did you leave your old
cast
home?
on the... It is an unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is that sometimes one wakes up and realizes the place that was once her home for much of her life has changed. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. And that is as much as I will say on the subject.
Is this the greenhouse?
No, dear. The garden belongs to us all. Life is the gift of the
Funny.
universe, and the universe yields its bounty equally.
Never knew you could go
absent of
driving in the garden.
prejudice. Ah, cynicism. The privilege of the young. What you need is a little taste of my special mushroom soup. It'll broaden your mind. Or at least your irises.
Read something to make peace with you.
Reed Thompson? You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
Reed asked you to consider going back to town. He's willing to make amends.
Make amends? Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
Reed asked you to fire your power over to him. Imagine a geothermal plant.
He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
You can't pass a power regulator. I need to repair my ship.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
What have you got against the town?
You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scraps Spacer's choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Miss Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
Let's say I help you. What happens to Edgewater?
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
You think Reed's just trying to spite you?
You bring power to Reed's town, and you'll be killing us. Reed knows
I'll consider it.
I trust you will listen to your conscience.
Seems like we got a bit of a moral conundrum in our hands. Nobody's gonna mind if I steal your stuff? Guess not. Hi there, Zoe. Good to see you. Station. Geothermal power is quite a ways this way. So that means I got a bit of a conundrum on my hands, a moral dilemma. And a chicken. I don't know why I talked to the chicken. I don't know why. I'm keeping it. I want to see what this baby do. What this baby does. Or I really want to see what it does. I'll be taking that. Lot of bodies here. Oh, it's not the geological thermal. I just need to do side quests first because in RPG you gotta do it.
I've always wanted to poke around in here.
Oh, I remember this place. Oh yeah, where I had a lot of trouble getting around here. Well, none no more because I got a kick-ass revolver with your name on it. Oh. From the blind to your living room. I see
The
a
control
vending
room
machine.
should be off to the right. hope we're doing the right thing.
I know what to do. I know what to do. I think so. Ooh! Nice! I like that one more. Access file. I had to borrow you a copy of the Yon Space's Guide to Mechanical Engineering. Radio has been sputtering. I need the reference. I'll return the copy to the repair bay. Yes, everywhere mechanical's gone haywire, gunfires, hearing some screams. Oh, I think that was someone's leg. I'd like to leave early for the day. Please deduct delicacy fee from my pay. Thank you. To be a member of Space's Choice. Well, at least they got their priorities straight. You tell me there's a... Okay. Are you friendly? What ridiculous this do not, so... Ow!
That's the last of them. Here they come.
Stop being shocked.
You took one down.
Yeah, we did. But first, I want to take a look around. Energy cell. Ooh, nice. Unlock off the store. Return to route. Message. Found space of choice. Ms. Braden, this letter serves as a notification of our company's displeasure toward your management of the Emerald Vale geothermal plant, for reasons related to exceeding your staff budget in your latest quarterly report. Please select 5 subordinates to be dismissed immediately. Additionally, please contact our office to schedule your official appointment at your earliest convenience. Failing to schedule your official appointment will result in an official permit. I can't speak English right now. The Spacer's Choice family would like to collectively remind you that working for Spacer's Choice is not a right, but a privilege. And we'll avail geothermal plant from J. Braden. To the esteemed members of the Emerald Development and Oversight Committee, I hope this letter finds you wealthy. After due consideration of your last letter, I identified and terminated no fewer than 5 the orders who are unable to provide sufficient justification for their ongoing employment. I would like to remind the Oversight Committee that while most of Emerald Vale has failed to meet its production and output quotas, particularly our agricultural and fishing/canning departments, neither of which are anywhere close to profitable, The Emerald geothermal plant remains committed to providing cheap, cost-efficient power to the entire region. Regards, Juno Braden, manager. From Space's Choice. We have investigated the claims made against the profitability of the greater Emerald Vale region. Our officers agree with you. Agriculture and fishing canning have experienced a steady decline, while the Emerald Vale geothermal plant remains somewhat profitable. Our officers are currently investigating ways to implement additional cost-saving measures, which will ultimately lead to a leaner, more streamlined, more efficient geothermal power plant. Please be informed that the Spacer's Choice Development and Oversight Office has taken a significant insurance policy against the Emerald Vale geothermal plant. The office would like to assure you that this insurance policy is its standard procedure. Do not attempt to understand or otherwise accept a late meaning from this decision. As a special courtesy, we have to deploy a priority team of engineering specialists to the Emerald Vale geothermal plant. This team of specialists has been instructed to refit and upgrade the plant's population of auto mechanicals free of charge. Thank you for your cooperation. That's okay.
Clever.
Approval rating rises up. Oh. Any thoughts?
Yeah, huh?
Tommy seems very fond of you.
He's just interested in fixing stuff. He always used to follow me around, asking me to explain what I was doing. Like a puppy, kinda.
The two he was thinking with was definitely not a...
Thomas always listened to me. Never said I was odd, never tried to... I just want to think of him like that. If he wants to learn about engineering, we should help him get those data.
I noticed you
he
mentioned your
wants.
dad a lot.
I'd like to do that for him.
But never your mother.
That's on account of how I never met her.
How's that possible?
She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception.
As inhuman.
It's sensible. Dad just fixed machines. She did some kind of crazy math, high level.
We'll talk later. Yo, Thomas.
Any luck finding what's on? Couple months. I owe them my life.
I should go. Really? Gotta head back. Sorry, I felt kind of stupid. I wonder... Plant status. Not yet. Not yet.
Great work.
Thank you. Personal files. Logs, personal log 079. Just a Higgins again. The whole head found him fiddling around with one of the mechanicals, so I had to write him up for tampering with company property. Just in case I'm reading this a couple days from now, I'm feeling bad for what I've done. Just let me remind myself that I've warned him before. He's always been a little cooked in the skull. He was working some logic model. I confiscated it. Should be more logway room for the foreseeable future. Doesn't sit right with me. Company's been replacing our guards with auto mechanicals. At this rate, I'm gonna end up a chief of security with no staff. Just small enemy mechanicals knocking about, guns pointing at every which way. Company tells us they're safe, programmed to treat us humans like their own. People are liable to break down, but an auto mechanical never will. I don't know, doesn't sit right with me. But the company's never been around before, I suppose. Worse has happened. Mechanical's gone crazy. Locked myself down here, trying to gather my courage. When I make my mad dash for the control room, I'll be able to shut things down. We'll delete this entry if I ever return. Greetings, Security Chief. As Tanaka, this is an automated message issued by Spacer's Choice Worker Safety Consistency Contingency protocols. Security lockdown has been inhibited. This is not a test. Your behavior during this lockdown will be reviewed during the quarterly audit. Anxiety is a common side effect of life-threatening situations and uncharted by security lockdowns. Fight back against anxiety with a cold, ice cold bottle of sealed cheap brew. Sealed cheap brew. Now that's good for what ails you. Unlock door. Enter passcode. Exit.
Targeting for
That's Mars. That's the last of them. Ready for this.
Oh fuck, that one went through. This is why I'm not gonna do a supernova, because my fantasy is not it feels correct. A copy of the Young Spacer's Guide to American Energy. I think it's all thing. Need something to read down in the pit. Much obliged. Nice.
Self-diagnostics complete. Navigation systems operational. Combat systems operational. It's not the best choice. It's the Spacer's choice.
I mean, out of that junkyard.
All systems fully operational. Return
Yes!
journey successfully completed. Spacer's
odd.
choice
Why
would
aren't
like
you attacking
to
me?
hostile actions towards Spacer's choice. Mechanics are contrary to logical directive. Conclusion: all hostile automechanicals must be defective in compliance with Spacer's choice policy.
Let me get this
All
straight.
defective automechanicals must be permanently
get this straight.
dismantled. Please allow me to
You want me to
assist.
destroy other mechanicals?
Affirmative. Mechanicide protocols loaded. Awaiting confirmation.
Confirmed mission granted. I like the sound of that. I'm working her.
Not real. You're not real.
Huh? Huh?
No, just leave me alone.
I'm saving just in case. I got the feeling that I better hurry. Hello? Nervous person? Where are you?
Wait, Phantom.
I'm not a phantom and it's not... It's not painful. Where are you?
Get away! Go away, Phantom.
Hey, look, an impact hammer. I'll take it.
You're not real! You're not real! Get away from me, Phantom! Shoot! Scram!
I wasn't trying to stall you. Most people don't see me coming.
Most people? But I'm the only one left. No. Remember your first rule, Higgins. No arguing with the Phantoms. See? See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting.
You're eating sprats?
Of course. Sprats are an excellent source for my daily recommended intake of mercury. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder.
How long have you been down here?
Hard to say. By my reckoning, Higgins has been here somewhere between 2 weeks and forever. My recollection's a touch fuzzy these days.
And what exactly do you do here?
Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant.
You were an engineer?
I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries, repaired them, maintained, upgraded, did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section.
This place looks like it's been abandoned for a while. What happened?
Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on anything that moved. It was pandemonium.
How could this happen?
You mean, why did the mechanicals go on a murderous rampage? Same reason any of us do, I suppose. The voices told them to do it. I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss, I specialized in automechanicals.
Living down here.
Jimmy'd opened the vending machines. That lasted a good couple of months. Eventually, I had to resort to more unconventional means of filling my insides.
So you ate sprats.
Braised, boiled, charred, skewered. Sprats are good eating, friend. Chock full of
What
brain
happened to
food.
this place?
Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on
And you weren't
anything.
killed?
I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started.
You've
So,
been down here
as
this whole
usual,
time?
I missed
How
out.
did you not survive?
Jimmy'd opened the vending machines.
That's disgusting.
Well, yes, for the uninitiated palate. A true gourmand appreciates the Sprat's complex melange of flavors. Braised. I specialized in
Right,
automechanicals,
was that before after you
drones,
became a
sentries.
like the pig tycoon?
Oh, before. Definitely before. Sisty Pig Tycoonery was the apex of my long and
How have you
storied
been surviving
career.
all this time?
Jimmy'd opened the vending braised. I was on cleaning duty at
You've
the
worked on these
time.
mechanicals.
My old boss
You
had
must
me
know a way
scrubbing
to-
pipes
to
when the
stop
killing.
that.
Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With
I
prodding
can deal with
irons.
mechanicals. I made it this far, didn't I?
You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intergalactic adventurer. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead.
Mechanicals follow the behavior of the logic module. Someone tampered with it.
Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering. There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Here, let me just write it down. The tail. Definitely start with the tail. If you're feeling adventurous...
Actually, hang on.
Forgot what you were going to say?
Myself. Okay. Alright, crazy guy. I'll just, well, not crazy. Traumatized. I felt bad for saying crazy at first. Oh well. Live and learn, right? Okay, by the time I kill all these mechanicals, we programming them.
Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
I'll just have to take the long way around and... What is with their health? Oh, it's right about there, and... Take your own device. Okay, you didn't. I'm just gonna go that way. Aha! Modify behavior. Like new mode? Define intruders. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, he's a little scared. I really am sorry. Fuck, that's my foot. I got a lot of adrenals, and I'm not afraid to use them. Mechanics log 12. Corporate just sent a team of technicians to conduct a complete refit of all our mechanicals. Every century in a drone. It's not my place to say so, but doesn't this run contrary to the Spacer's Choice mission of being as cheap as possible? I'm audited. I'd like to have only express how grateful I am to be part of the Spacer's Choice family. Spacer's Choice is the leading brand of affordable sundry across Con. Is that the best choice? It's a Spacer's Choice. Everything you gotta need to work on that tagline. Logan. Log 20. Just finished a routine maintenance on our mechanical centuries. I found some strange modifications to our logic modules. Haven't had time to run diagnostic. I don't know what's been modified. All I know these modifications were introduced in our recent refit. Company went through the trouble of refitting every single mechanical in the plant not long ago. Yes, this was the work of those visiting technicians. I filed a report, but my supervisor told me not to worry about it. So the company knew what it was doing. Ordered me to forget about any alleged modifications to the logic modules. I did do a bit of something by my own self. Got my hands on logic model. And do a little experiment. Okay, we need to talk.
What's eating you?
I want to ask you something.
The tail.
Actually, hang on.
Forgot.
I'll just excuse myself, so nothing. I'll just leave you be. Alright, now I got a bit of a choice. But first things first, I turn some quests. Ah! Didn't even get hurt.
Unexpected. Performing.
Whoa!
That's the last of them.
Please don't explode on me. Please. Oh. Time to get high. I feel very smart. Anything doesn't look like it. There's a letter that leads. Doing something. I don't know what, and I just hope that it doesn't bite me in the ass. Okay. Ow, it's hot. There you are. I felt dumb for skipping ahead.
Any luck finding one of those No kidding.
You
Really?
lose at port 3.
Well, which one?
Someone stashed it away inside the old geothermal plant.
The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible! You really went exploring down there?
Yep.
Adelaide always told us it was swarming with hostile mechanicals. That's a complete set. All 3 parts. I'm gonna be the greatest engineer Halcyon's ever seen. Aside from you, Ms. Parvati, I swear, I'll do you proud.
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found. Should fit right into your outfit.
I should go. Thank you. Very loud level up music. Very loud.
Bring us honor, soldier.
You mentioned a logic module. I wanted the geothermal plant.
Bang up work, soldier. You're a credit to your uniform. Oh, well, that reminds me. Gotta look into getting us a uniform. So this is it then. The key to humanity's victory over the mechanical hordes. I would reward you with the gratitude of the Resistance, but I'm guessing you want something tactile. So here's a couple bits for your trouble, and a little something to remember me by.
Take care. Okay. Execution of one to 4 destruction cup. Alright. If you want to read these, you will have to like pause it at. Don't worry. I'll leave for a couple seconds. Pause it.
Where are we headed?
Wish we had.
I've never actually been in here. Seemed scary from the outside.
Any records? Wait, did it say Doc Mitchell? Doc Maybell. Got it. Right? No.
Welcome to the Spacer's Choice Constabulary. We are Halcyon's leading brand in frontier justice. The office is writing up promotion. Purchase 3 criminal
I got some
investigations
questions for you
and
if you don't mind.
as long as your questions fall within the acceptable margins of curiosity.
So who do you work for, Spacer's Choice or Edgewater?
If this is a setup to a joke, you should know I've never found anything amusing in my life. I don't serve Edgewater. Edgewater and the entire region of Emerald Vale serve Spacer's Choice.
So you're basically a bureaucrat.
Flattery won't get you anywhere with me. The bureaucracy is a noble profession, but not all. If this is a setup to a joke, I don't serve
sounds like
Edgewater.
slavery.
Careful, stranger. Talk like that. If this is, I don't serve Edgewater. Spacer's
who
Choice
does,
is a
Spacer's
wholly
Choice
owned
have to do?
subsidiary of Universal Defense Logistics, which occupies a seat on the Halcyon, also known as the board. I must admit it bothers
Does
me
the
that you
name
don't already know
Will
this.
any mean anything to you?
His likeness decorates many a wanted poster. Do you have any relevant information about this individual?
He's a scientist. We're acquainted.
I am obliged to warn you against forming acquaintanceships, friendships, partnerships, or any felicitous. I am also obliged to inform you of our referral program. For every criminal you refer to the authorities, the board will reward
How long has
you.
Wells been on the run?
Wells has been wanted for as long as the board decides he has been wanted. This decision will be made in accordance. Unfortunately, the arrest of Mr. Wells falls outside my authority. I enforce the company policy of Spacer's Choice in the region of Emerald Vale. Wells is wanted by the board. If you have information related to the location of Phineas V. Wells,
All right,
you are
so who
required
do
to
I-
submit that information to your
all right,
nearest board
so
authority.
who do I talk to?
Any information regarding outstanding bounties and wanted criminals should be directed to Mr. Udom Bedford. Mr. Bedford's office is located on the Groundbreaker.
Groundbreaker, what's that?
Halcyon's original colony ship, now repurposed into a space station. Mr. Udom Bedford represents the board's interest on the Groundbreaker. Something else I can do for you?
I got some of
As long as you're if this is a setup to a joke, you should know I've never. I don't serve Edgewater. Edgewater, also known as the board.
What's one other thing?
Something to
if you need
report?
help with your marauder problem, I'm for hire.
As a Spacer's Choice constable, I am authorized to grant you legal authority toward apprehending wanted criminals. Know how to carry yourself in a fight? I've got bounties out for these 3 marauders. Cross them off and bring me their fingers. Just 1 per marauder, please. I'll just.